Welcome back to the Step Sergeant Podcast. Joining us today, of course, is our host, Tim Hunsaker.
What's up, guys?
The co-iest of co-hosts, Nassim Johnson.
Big Black Blow.
Okay, all right.
That's all I got. That's all I got today.
And the least co-iest of co-hosts, myself, Eric Hunter. Welcome back. Our topic of the day is...
Just want to clarify, co-host major and co-host minor.
I'm a minor? All them things you did to me and I'm a minor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I was going to say, yeah, you almost got me, bitch. Wow, that is crazy. Wow.
That was an Uno reverse.
I like that. That was good.
Professional.
That was good. Right. That was a nice Uno reverse. That was good. Damn. Almost got caught up, y'all. Damn. In real time, man.
Motherfucking Diddy in the house right now.
Take that. Yo.
But yeah, what's our topic of the day?
The topic for today is what's the dumbest reason you've had to write an essay in the military?
Damn.
Shit.
Dumbest reason. I've only ever had to write 2 essays in my military career.
Same.
One, of course, in basic training. I don't actually remember what I did. I just know I had to write a 500-word essay. And then I handed it to my drill sergeant, and he looked at it, and he said, "Is this 500 words?" I said, "Yes, drill sergeant." And then he ripped it in half and threw it away. Didn't even read it.
W man.
And I mean, I spent my entire fire guard shift writing that thing. That hurt me to my core when he didn't even. The second one, 21-year-old hunter, specialist hunter, was we were doing driver training for the Humvees, and my platoon sergeant at the time was like, "Oh, if you hit a cone, you have to write a letter to mom and dad Cone explaining how you killed their child." So I ran over the toe of one of the cones while I was coming around a curve. And so he made me write a letter to mom and dad Cone about how I completely destroyed the foot of their child, and their child can no longer serve properly, and this, that, and the other. And he gave me a week to write it, which was wild that he gave me that much time. And I took that whole week, and I mean, I went in detail about how this child sacrifice was such a, although I understand I made a mistake, it was a noble sacrifice, and learned and caused soldiers to learn so much about proper driving instructions, and how his sacrifice will further the education of future soldiers, and yada yada yada. And my platoon sergeant, or my first sergeant loved it so much that he took that letter and presented it on a PowerPoint at the freaking battalion Cub.
Oh my gosh.
And I got a coin for that letter.
You got a coin for a letter that was a punishment.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out my dog, the MPC Cone. Because they definitely took that job. Oh my God. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, mine are nowhere near as grand. So I wrote 2 essays in my life. I'm pretty sure it was 2. One of them was it was a more after the fact one. I had a fucking DUI. I was young and stupid. And I was on orders at the time when that DUI happened. Apparently this skated under the radar of my home unit at the time. But the command I was under during that ADOS stint, the motherfucker was like, "Nah, we found out about that. You gotta explain." But I didn't do an essay in that moment for some reason. But I ended up doing it for my own later on down the line. Can't remember how the fuck that was. The other one, these things happen in very close proximity of each other. But this one was less my fault. So I had some leave that I could use while I was on this ADOS stint. It's like a hometown recruiting shit. Y'all know that little program. You come back from training and shit. This is the second time I got one of those opportunities. So I was doing that. I had some leave, and after that, I went to go visit some family. When I went to visit said family, Okay, so when I went to go visit said family, something like my fucking direct supervisor while I was on these orders was like the recruiter of the area. He like misunderstood what days I wanted to take for leave or some shit like that. And was like I didn't notify him about it. Definitely did that. Definitely did that, but it's very inconvenient for this recruiter, so that shit kind of pissed him off, and he wanted to prove a point. So, oh yeah. So at first that happened. Was pissed off about that. Then there was like a complication I had, so I had to like extend my leave kind of last minute. So that was enough for him. He was like, "Oh hell nah, now I'm finna be a bitch about it." So he made me write an essay, highlighting the significance and importance of the rank specialist. Yeah. So I had to talk about the history of the specialist rank and or ranks, all of the fucking different iterations the Army has had of those ranks, and why it's so important in the honor, the duty, and responsibility of that rank, what it means to be a fucking specialist. That's what my little fucking essay was about. Yeah. I think it was some bullshit, but I did learn some things in that, so it's good.
All right. Well.
Oh yeah, and the first one was just me explaining for the DUI one. That was just explaining the event of what happened. This was more for like documentation purposes.
So it was like a sworn statement.
Yeah, pretty much. Damn near, yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like, man, other than essays for like fucking schools and shit like ALC and BLC and SLC and stuff like that.
I'm gonna drop all the LCs, yo. You did that on purpose. Subtle flex. Just putting that out.
I mean, MLC wasn't included.
The only one he ain't dropped. Just saying.
Man, I think I've wrote maybe 7.
Damn! What the fuck?
One of them was when I first joined the guard, and I was still in the RSP, and I showed up like hella fucking early for drill because it was like second or third one, so I still was kind of like on how to get there and be where I was supposed to be on time and stuff. I was just like super nervous about it, so you can't sleep and all that shit. So anyway, so I showed up really early in my truck, and I was just like chilling in there. Ended up falling asleep in the parking lot of the PT field in my truck, and I woke up to just like some random person like knocking on my window, and they were like, "Hey, are you so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Me.
And they're like, "Yeah, you missed first formation." I was like, "Oh shit, all right."
Bullshit,
and like got out, run over to the drill sergeant. I was like, "Drill Sergeant Markerson, I'm so sorry. Like, here's what happened. I fell asleep in my truck. Blah 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 blah." And he's like, "Which one's yours?" And I like point over at my truck, and he's like, "I don't remember it being there. I'm claiming bullshit, whatever." And he's just like, "Don't worry, I'll get mine." And I was like, "Oh fuck! Like, I already know how this is gonna go." Did PT, all that stuff. Came back afterwards. He called like all the people that were late, and of course my name ended up on that list. And all of us had to write an essay that was like 2 pages, APA format, and like had to explain like the importance of being on time and being in the correct uniform and usual shit. And it was due by the next day because we had 2-day drill. So showed up the next day, handed in my little essay thing, and he legit red inked it. Like,
wow.
While we were doing PT, he like sat off and like read all of them because there was like 10 of us that were late.
Wow. Okay.
And he red inked all of them and then gave them back to us and said that we had to correct the issues and turn them back in the following month.
Wow.
That was my first experience with writing essays for the military. Second time I had to write an essay was at basic training, and I didn't know. I like fucked up when I was like reciting the Soldier's Creed in front of everybody, and it was like I got called out like on the spot by like one of my guys that I thought was like a buddy, And he was like, oh, he's in the National Guard. He was in the RSP for like a whole year. He knows the Soldier's Creed.
Oh shit!
Like totally put on the spot.
Oh,
Dang.
And I get up like super confident, and I'm like going through the whole entire fucking thing. I miss like 2 words. And the drill sergeant was like, she's like looking at me. She's kind of like shaking her head, like kind of nodding. I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking blew that shit out of the water. And she was just like, get down, private, front lean and rest, beat your face, like just screaming. I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Like, oh man, did I like, is she mad because I was right? Like, and so I'm down there just like doing push-ups. And then next thing I know, like I get called over to like the CQ and I get given like an essay, and I had to like sit up and write. I had to write an essay explaining how important it was to be proficient in like ensuring that you know all the correct like words and all that stuff of the Soldier's Creed, and so I had to write an essay on like what each key word in the Soldier's Creed meant.
wow.
And they gave me like a little thing and it like highlighted specific words. It was some bullshit.
Yeah, that's lame as fuck.
And then I mean we'll call it an essay, but like our whole entire company at basic training was horrible at getting the Army song down. And so they made us like write out the whole Army song 50 times, and it was due by like the end of the week. And so everybody was just like up there from like when we got like our little commander's time until lights out, just writing out fucking Army song.
Dang.
And like I filled like a whole fucking notebook with that shit.
Yeah, march along, white.
And then I'm pretty sure that they all ended up in the circular filing cabinet, because I don't think they looked at any of that.
Fuck no.
Ah, yeah, just like fucking fuck about.
Next time I got one was because I crashed an Army vehicle.
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Which wasn't even my fault, but I was the ground guide, and listened to my senior private that I thought knew what was right, and I didn't, because it was like my second drill with my home unit. And so I show up, and we're going through all our little checks and stuff. Buddy next to me was like, hey man, I got my door open, I'm smoking out here. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. He's like, so let me know before you pull out so you don't hit my door. I'm like, all right. And I look over because he's like getting ready to leave because we're in like line to pull out into a convoy formation because we're going somewhere. And I was like, oh, hold on, let me let him know. And he's like, no, we'll be good. And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And so he pulls out and like catches the door just with like one of the little hinges on the LMTV bed that folds down.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it bent the shit out of that door and like shattered the window on the wrecker that was parked next to us. So I had to write an essay, and this was like a 4-day FTX that we were doing. And so while we were doing there, I had to like handwrite an essay on the importance of being a ground guide and following proper procedure and all that bullshit.
Did he have the right one?
He got an Article 15.
Oh, no. Okay,
yeah, I got off
Yeah,
easy. I got F easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got in some trouble.
Well, I would have to write with a 15. No.
Which I lucked out though, because like he didn't throw me under the bus. He like he was like, oh, I told him he didn't need to. Like I was confident in my ability to drive and not hit the door, whatever, like.
Oh, don't do that.
And so I was like, oh, like maybe he isn't a total shitbag. Some other stuff happened later. He's a total shitbag.
Yeah.
He just surprisingly took the blame for that one. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I was shocked that he did that. The next one was from one of my motor sergeants. I was teaching a class on like winter driving safety. This is like 4 years later. So this is specialist now, and I'm teaching this course, going through the whole entire thing, and this random sergeant who I've never met before in my life just walks over and she's like, Specialist Hunsaker, like, can you answer this question for me? And I kind of like looked at her and I was like, what the fuck's this lady's talking about? And she was like, well, if you can't answer my question, then, we're going to fix that problem right now. And so I had to write an essay for whatever the question was. I don't remember exactly what it was. There's a couple others, but I don't remember exactly what they were for. But I've definitely made people write essays.
Because he was a repeat offender. I became one of his corrective actions.
Hey, no. It was only for the people that were like the menaces of like RSP when I was training NCO there. And so it was like I'd smoke the ever living shit out of these people because they were like always late, always in the wrong uniform, like always talking in formation, looking around, and like you'd correct it month after month after month after month, and it was finally like, all right, obviously getting smoked isn't fixing the problem. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, getting strong. They cool with that.
Yeah, they're cool with getting strong, but they got to use that brain.
Yep.
And so I would pull a book, and it was a book of like all the Medal of Honor recipients,
Cool.
and I would be like, right, pick one, and they'd have to pick one, and it was like, right, I need an essay, and it was however long, had to be like correct format, had to be emailed to me by a certain time that day. So they had to literally go home and write it and have it to me before a certain time to make it, whatever.
Mhm.
And then if they were late, then they had to do something else. But yeah, I don't even know. To be honest, I was at the RSP for like 3 years. I don't even know how many people had to write essays for shit.
Yeah, I would have started using that public term. Like, shit, I was actually curious on. I'd be like, hey, write me something on this.
ChatGPT didn't exist yet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would make them ChatGPT for me. Like, some shit I'm actually interested in.
Make them go read the research.
Go write on this shit, man.
Hey, that'd be good. That would be good.
If I was still in RSP, I'd probably be having people write essays. I don't know.
My one. So this is when I was not as hands on anymore. But I had a bunch of like M-Day cadre at that time. So I had 2 E6 M-Day cadre, which is weird because I was an E5. And Bailey, his favorite thing was to take all the fat kids and make them write essays on proper physical fitness, nutrition, daily eating habits, like all this stuff. And he would like make them research it and like give him like references. Like it was by the book, like. And it's funny because, like, Bailey was, like, a real estate agent. Nothing to do with, like, knowing any of this stuff. But he was super fit and, like, very into, like, proper nutrition and diet and all that stuff. And he would do that with almost every single one of those guys that was, like, struggling with, like, their height and weight and whatnot. But, yeah.
I mean, I feel like he'd get them right. One way or the other. They at least got all the tools now.
Yep. So there was no excuse at that point. Is basically that we kind of explained it. But it worked out. We had a good number of guys that would meet the requirements for training and whatnot. But let's roll into the comments.
Some commentos.
All right. The first one, just whatever. First comment said, "Who the fuck is writing essays in the military?" And
very good question.
Somebody who's strong, not smart. That's where that comment comes from. They're always like, you can either be a strong private or a smart private. That guy's a strong private.
Must be.
And those ones that don't like professional development. Like when the Army decided, like there's gonna be a lot of professional development and like education, like they're gonna push that. That's one of my bugs.
Yeah. Oh, I had to like decide how I was gonna respond because I did respond to this guy's post because I was like, it was like right after I posted on Reddit, and I was like, do I call him out and be like, man, you must never have attended any NCOES school in the last 10 years, or something, some shit like that.
Write a damn paper.
Yeah, I mean it's been like that for a while.
Nah, I do agree. Papers are some dumbass shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I just think that in general, though. I don't think that specifically for the Army. I think that shit is just dumb regardless. But it has its place and it serves its purpose. So,
but I just explained that like one of my old NCOs when I was PFC was always making us write essays for random shit that we got caught doing, or just for doing things wrong, and whatnot.
But a lot of times you had to take your time to go and learn. Like the essay, especially before ChatGPT, you had to take the time and go and do your research or really sit and think about what you were going to write to make it be 500 words.
Well, my least favorite was like I did have one. He said it had to be handwritten, and you had to like number each word. You had to write the number above the word.
Oh, that's wild.
And he would just go to the last one and make sure, and then like go to the middle and like, or he'd have another private like look at everybody else, like everybody's. So like I got somebody's, they got mine, and we just like made sure that it had 500 words or whatever. Some bullshit, man.
Yeah, never even actually read the shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those are the ones, that's why I always feel like those are the best corrective action, because if I just make you do some push-ups, you might not even remember why I made you do push-ups. If I make you write a paper, you're going to think about that paper.
Yeah.
That was fucking ass. That bitch took me an hour to write that fucking paper.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't write that shit now, I think it's still the same. But
Yeah.
the fact you still have to go, proofread.
Yeah.
You're stolen.
Make it sound like it's actually your
Stolen
words.
work.
Shit, at least make it sound like it's your words. Take out those dashes in it. Don't like keep the freaking dash. Because if I see a dash, if you send me something that thing got a dash in it, don't nobody use a dash in actual writing.
I had the same talk with my own boy, bro. I was like, yo, anytime I tell ChatGPT to do some shit for me, I'll be like, hey, bro, take them fucking double hyphens out. Because nobody actually uses them shits, bro. Nobody, like, bro, it's like 1 out of fucking 40 people that go write a paper actually use the shit, bro. That's not how we do that. It's not how we do that. But,
not at all.
Fuck no. Yeah.
My bad, continue.
No, you're good. The next response that we had to, I guess technically my comment, was I knew one, not in my chain, thankfully, but they would demand it be X number of pages long and use exactly Y amount of words and Z amount of sentences. Those are the worst ones because you got to actually like think about it while you're writing it. Yeah, like prioritize, like, oh, I need a period over here. No, some bullshit. But
man, that's why I despise writing. That's why I cheat on that shit all the time. Like, bro, you have to write for some very uninteresting shit, bro. Oh my fucking goodness, bro.
Yes.
Like that shit becomes a chore, bro, because you still got those same fucking criteria you gotta fucking meet, bro. Oh, that shit's so fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
Shit's so good. I gotta talk for 500 words about some shit that's only worth like 100 in my life.
I mean, I think my favorite was always when I'd have somebody like do it. They do like a word or a Word document. Brain ain't braining. And they'd like send it to you, and you'd be like, "Oh, it needs to be 5 pages or whatever," and there'd be like, I don't know if you've ever seen it where they just put a bunch of spaces, and then or they'll put like a bunch of like they'll write it like a million times, and then they'll make it white to make it look like there's more words. Like, I ain't that stupid. All right. Like, I'm old enough to know the tricks. I've tried it too.
They'll shrink the margins so that way it's like 5 pages and it's like freaking looking like a little note card.
Well, and that's why, like, they always say, oh, APA format. I hate APA format so much.
I despise
But anyway, we're going off on tangents now. Yeah. Next comment was, I'll take NJP for 500.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better to just go ahead and take that freaking counseling or whatever.
Yeah.
I can have a couple negative counselings. I don't want to write a couple essays.
The next one was, sometimes you have those strong rangers that take the physical corrective training and never get wise, and then you make them write an essay and shit gets real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, we touched on that. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. I mean, if you like literally, hey, your only option is to write an essay, like, bro, it's like, oh, fuck me. Like, I'm not smart. Words mean things.
Words mean things. This next one was interesting to me. So it says, in the German army, it is actually standard procedure for platoon leaders to discipline their subordinates by having them write an essay over the course of an hour concerning their wrongdoing and talking about it. The supervisor gets overtime for the hour, the subordinates don't. I only had to write one because I was late once. And then he said, I also read some others as I grew up in the ranks, and the orthography of some troops is just frightening.
Yeah. First off, senior leader gets overtime?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But what?
Man, that's like incentive.
Motherfucker, I would find a reason to punish people.
Yes.
I'd be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna slide you a couple bills. I need you to write a paper for the next hour.
Well, and it just makes me wonder, like, all right, like, I'm giving this person corrective action so I can make extra money, or I'm going to make extra money because they're writing a paper. But, like, do I have to, like, turn that paper in as proof of the overtime or any of that shit, or do I just
I would
annotate it saying, like,
yeah, I will use euros? Yeah, they use euros.
I believe so.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
But anyway, somebody had the same thought that we did with the overtime thing, and they said this is actually the original comment that we got. Same guy. He said, "Does overtime in Germany mean the same thing as it does in the U.S.?"
For real.
He said, "We aren't hourly here, so we don't get overtime. If we're incredibly lucky and have great supervisors, we might occasionally get comp time, but that's rare." And then
We get comp time?
we can.
Yeah, we can. Whoa, damn! You seriously? You're old as fuck. I thought you would like have heard of that. I've never gotten that shit, but I've heard of it. I've definitely heard of
I've
it.
never even heard of somebody getting it.
Yeah, nah, I've heard of it for sure.
I mean, I've gotten comp time as a technician before, but
Yeah, I've heard of techs getting
yeah,
comp
but
time.
you can get it too. Like it's actually in IPSE. It's one of the
Oh.
things that you can give somebody comp time for, like extra hours spent on whatever.
So like people make jokes like the boss will make jokes about giving us comp time if we work on like a Saturday when we normally wouldn't. Like he'll be like, oh, take Monday off because we normally wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I just thought that was we just called it comp time, not that it was actually comp time.
No, you can legit get comp time. Yeah.
Oh.
I found out in a very similar way because of somebody joking about it like that.
Well, 15 years.
Yeah.
Nah, should be like that though. So yeah, that ain't bad. Should be like that.
I just be working, bro. I don't know.
True.
I'm sitting on 12 use or lose right now, so I probably need to go ahead and call out sick tomorrow or something.
Oh yeah. Nah, don't pay that shit out.
Um.
We don't pay that shit out. Use or lose. It's called lose for a reason,
Yeah,
my guy.
I know, but
Yeah, you gotta remember we can only sell 60 hours of leave in our entire career.
Oh
yeah.
Or 60 days, not 60 hours.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
So you already sold 60 days?
No, but most people sell.
Well, but you can only sell it one time.
Oh,
So
you can only do one transaction.
yeah, so it used to be that like every
You
single
only sell
time
60.
that an AGR or an active duty soldier would re-enlist,
Mhm.
they could sell a certain number of leave days if
Yeah.
they wanted to.
That they accrued up to that point.
Yeah, they got rid of that shit.
Wow.
And so that's why everybody pretty well only sells it when they get out completely.
That's why I was thinking that, because I've heard of people talk about it in that context
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
sell.
you used to friggin' yeah, I'll sell 30 days. Yeah.
30
When-
days, and it's like, hold on, bitch.
When I worked for the state for the prison, you could just sell leave whenever. But man, I need my leave, bro.
Hell yeah!
I need my motherfucking
you need
my
that.
motherfucking days off, man.
Yeah.
Like shit. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I had probably like those were hours. I probably had like 100 hours, and you could only have like once you hit 300 hours, like you just stopped gaining hours, and they would just immediately pay them instead.
Yeah.
So you would literally just get 8 hours of overtime,
Just
like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just thrown onto your check, which was dope. But I never got there. I only got to 100.
I think it
is insane. Yeah. It is a wild number. You got to think what's how many times does 8 go into 300?
Automatically minimum 30 days.
Yeah. Take a whole fucking month off. Fuck, that's crazy. Anyways, my bad. Continuing on.
No, you're good. So bro from the German army responded back and said, "We have been receiving overtime to the minute since 2016 because of EU regulations. Even though they find more and more ways to get around it during field days or on the sea, and probably still much more than you get." So
either way, I mean, if you're getting a minute of overtime, you should get more overtime than I'm getting.
exactly, I was gonna say, I'm like,
zero.
well, and that's the crazy thing too, because for most like state jobs, like firefighters and stuff like that, if you come in for even 10 minutes, you're required to get paid for 2 hours.
Yeah, I have heard that. It feels like it's a minimum.
It's a minimum, yeah, and like my dad works for the school district, and it's the same way there. Like if you come in for even a minute, you're getting paid for 2 hours.
Yeah, because they try to calculate out like the time of you traveling there and back, and
I don't think that goes that deep, but some bigwig somewhere came up with it, and
we ain't mad at him for it.
No, I'm not.
Shit.
No.
That's why I'm saying it's fucked up. We got rid of the like some relief shit as much as you could. Man, we all know the benefit of that. So that's a beautiful thing.
Well,
I'd
I
be
think they
selling
should bring it
fuck up.
back,
Yeah.
honestly, because they get mad at us when we don't use it. It's like, sorry, I wanted to come to work. Like,
yeah, because you hit that point, which I think that happens in like career fields in general, to where like you can't accomplish what you need to get accomplished if you take too much time off. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
especially in our career field.
Yeah, you need to be able to like, hey, bro, I can't use that shit, so let me just get paid.
You think I mean, if I took all the leave I needed, 12 days of leave, I'd have to take the rest of the month off.
Yeah.
Do you think I can afford to do that? Fuck no.
Yeah, swapped up.
But, yep. All right. And next comment.
10 days.
Not me, but worked in a joint service mission, and a soldier I worked with had just gotten custody of his child. His leadership made him write a 10-page essay on his plan for handling being a single father over the weekend. I think he maybe wrote a few pages because, surprise, surprise, he was taking care of his child all weekend. Since he didn't complete it, he got written up. Not sure what the Army calls it, but he showed me the write-up, and it was riddled with elementary-level spelling and grammar mistakes.
Yeah.
Ain't
nobody worried about that thing.
No.
So probably a negative counseling or some shit.
Yeah, he got counseled for
sure.
For not finishing the paper.
And I mean, that's a stupid thing. That is hands down one of the dumbest things I've ever heard somebody.
And then,
oh man, now we have to figure out how we're gonna deal with your kid. So that's your fucking problem because that actually I just got pissed off.
You procreated, you son of a bitch.
You're a good father and got custody of your child. Fuck you,
bitch.
Fucking now you can't work 24/7 for the Army. You have fucking duties outside of the military. Oh my god.
The fuck? Trying to take care of a kid, bitch.
The Army, if the Army wanted you to have a child, they would have issued it to you.
Yeah,
I hate that shit. So stupid.
My bad. Sorry, that just fired me up a little bit.
Just like a little kangaroo pouch for a baby.
German Army commented again and said, "Can somebody please explain the reason for this?"
No, I can't. I don't know.
And then retired dude said, "Army doing dumb Army shit."
There you go. Yeah,
it's a great explanation, and that came from retired Air Force. So.
Damn,
that guy gets the Army better than the Army gets the Army.
Yeah. Boy, he did.
Okay. Next comment. FCA school, I was removing my watch as I entered the lab where we were going to do electrical work, got yelled at for not having it already off before I crossed the threshold. Mm-hmm. They had me write an essay as punishment, but I don't remember about what. This would have been around 2005.
Okay.
Probably something about the safety of not wearing electronic devices or some kind of making sure you adhere to all safety regulations. That's what I would. If I would have made him write a paper, that's what it would have been on. Personally.
Yeah, especially being in 2005. Like I don't think there were like smartwatches yet, so it wouldn't have fallen into
regular.
That little G-Shock
Yeah,
I mean, it still has battery, so as far as I'm concerned, it's an electronic device, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Next comment. Navy boot camp had to write a 3,000-word essay about discipline and respect because some fucker smeared his shit on the wall in one of the bathroom stalls.
Why? I'll never understand why people do that. Like, I just won't. First off, who wants to touch shit?
Yeah. It's not like a...
Second off, why would you smear it on the wall?
Yeah.
In what sane mind would you do that?
In the bathroom stall where it's supposed to go in the toilet.
Man, I don't know, man.
There's so many things people do in latrines. I just don't.
Just don't get it.
Just don't make sense.
Like if there was shit on the toilet seat, I can understand. Like you're hovering and you just get a little shit on the toilet seat and you're just a dickhead and don't clean it up. Like whatever. But shit on the wall.
Yeah.
All I could think of is I'm pretty sure I talked about it in one of the podcasts when we talked about shitting all over the place. So that Letterkenny episode where he's like, they got shit on the Uranus.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, guys. I said it's a lot of reasons I don't like things I don't understand people doing latrines, and I give grace to latrine jackers. I just want y'all to know that. I think jacking is more warranted than a lot of this shit.
It's like, I'll accept you jerking off in the latrine before I'll accept you smearing your shit in the latrine. Like, look, man, when you got busted nut, you got busted nut. Like, I'm just, sometimes we
like
all
another example. Let's do it because we tangenting this a little bit. Drawing dicks on latrine walls. Like, I get it, but like, once we hit a certain age, bro, like,
no. That one I'm gonna defend that one because hold up. Have you ever? Not that I'm not a drawer. Like my artistry sucks, but I be needing
it
them.
ain't too hard to draw a dick though. Especially when you got one for reference.
Yeah, but I try to draw. That shit's still gonna be a stick figure dick. Like I don't know.
Skinny dick hunt. Preferred.
Like fucking, my artistry abilities are just that poor. That's all it is. But
check mark verified.
Yeah. No, it's like you ever go to the bathroom and you realize you forgot your phone, and you're like just picking models up and reading the labels. Like you just have nothing fucking better to do.
Yeah.
Now I understand the drawings because like you're sitting in there and like you can't have your phone, but you got that fucking pen in your sleeve and you got all this canvas. Maybe that's why people now I
defend the ADHD.
now I'm starting to understand why people wipe their shit on the wall. All right, it's starting to make a little more sense.
Yo,
motherfucker, I'm bored as fuck.
You drank too
much
Kool-Aid. This is y'all in real time drinking the Kool-Aid. I want y'all to know this. I want y'all to know that. This is what.
No, but the drawing, yeah.
No,
smearing the shit still don't get the smearing the shit. I'll never understand that. But the drawing, I'm about that.
That shit is crazy, man.
That shit, I be reading. I need to read that shit. Like that's
you in fucking basic training, bro, and you go into like one of the worst fucking porta johns they got, right?
And there's like
and that shit has a million fucking hieroglyphics all over this fucking porta john.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, this shit stank as fuck. Like, I know it didn't start like this, but, yo, at least 40% of these shits, you was struggling putting this shit up on the wall. And amongst all of the cycles you see on the wall, it's like Alpha Company, first one, 83rd, all of this dumb shit. And then boom, 8 dicks. 8 dicks, bro. I'm talking about 8 conjoined dicks. They just all coming from one person, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild work, man.
Those wild work. And my favorite thing is like somebody will draw like a legit cartoon on the wall and it'll look really good and it'd be like, man, this guy really sat down. Yeah. First off, he was trying to avoid whatever the fuck was going on out of that to the point where he drew an entire comic and then somebody just draws like a fucking veiny ass dick on one of the main
detailed penis you've ever seen put in paper, but it's on this wall.
And he'll be shooting ropes over the comic. Like that'll just be what's going on. Like and it's like, how the fuck did we get here?
Yeah. This extra vascular ass dick, just all on the wall. But yeah, it's just crazy.
That was in what fucking movie? Superbad. The dude just like could not draw dicks.
Yeah. The mushroom tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, bro. It's just like a fucking need. Like I have area and I have time and I have the ability. I have to draw a dick.
So a takeaway, all right, for anybody who can't contain this urge to draw in fucking stalls and shit, put like a comic strip up there or some shit, man. Give somebody some actual entertainment outside of a dick. We would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Some actual good quality entertainment.
Write me a story.
Yeah, write me a story, bitch.
Literally
put an essay on the wall. Put an essay on the wall, bro. Damn. Just put an essay on the wall, bro. I could appreciate that, bro. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. Wow.
You remind me. You guys brought this up, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Let's do it. Okay.
So I remember one dude that I had when I was at AIT, and his favorite thing to do was to like write like for great head and then a phone number.
Yeah.
But it was like legit his like Google Voice number or some shit. And he would like respond back to these people that would send him text messages and shit.
Oh my god.
And I was like, it was like what he did for fun. Like, and I was like, someday someone's gonna catch you doing this weird ass shit. And it's just gonna be the greatest story ever.
Man caught living a struggle.
Yeah. It's like where, like I can just imagine how many stalls have that phone number written in them, and it's like, because like
I wonder if he still has that phone number.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
dude, he
funny.
probably does. Probably attached to his email. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
That's
this was
great.
this was social media before that shit came out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking out here catfishing people.
Fucking latrine mail. But nah, so it's funny you say that because something else we saw while we were in fucking basic and shit. It would be like on random little bleachers we would be in, stalls, all type of shit. People would put like PlayStation Network and Xbox accounts. Yeah. Be like, yo, add me whenever y'all get out. And we're gonna play games. I wonder if anybody did that shit. That's a question for y'all. If you made it this far in the pod, I want to know if anybody did that shit or knows anybody that did that. Because I know it's some cool shit that came from the table thing. That's funny as fuck.
I want to know if somebody got their like best friend, and like that's your homie. You out there playing the Call of Duty
For
and
life.
the Apex for life.
Mm-hmm.
That's your fucking ride or die, and you met him because you added him through a fucking PSN or an Xbox name.
While you was taking a shit.
You was taking a shit. You seen it, and you were like probably didn't even have paper, so you wrote that bitch on your hand, like fucking weirdos we are.
Committed that bitch to memory.
Somehow committed that bitch to memory, and then you got home and you were like, "I'm gonna add this motherfucker. and I'm gonna play something with him." Yeah. And then you like, how did that conversation like work out? You add him and you're like, "Hey, bro."
We text him and say, "So I was taking a shit."
Got your number off the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
For a good time call.
So it says send nudes. So you got nudes.
Next to your name, there was a huge, veiny, hairy dick. By the way, I just
was
feel
that
like
you?
Was that
actual size?
Did you like slap your dick on the wall and trace it? Like,
no, they have shit. It'd be like actual size. That's your actual size. Drawn to scale.
My bad. We definitely got way off on
tangent. It's all good. So, I mean, the one response that we had to this 3,000 word essay comment was, "I do not miss the silent group orgies."
What?
The what?
I said, "I do not miss the silent group orgies."
Norgies. The silent group orgies. Does that mean like we did not have an orgy? Is that an orgy being the opposite of an orgy?
I kind of took it as like group punishment for somebody else's fuckery.
Maybe.
But I'm not sure.
Being that we got fucked. The silent group fuckings. I don't know. I need more context. 10 dicks. Next question.
Yeah, I want the explanation on that.
Oh, I was waiting to say that this whole time. So.
Sonic.
All right. Next comment. More of an apology letter to a QA guy since one of our new guys did some dumb shit, got caught, then mouthed off to someone else the same day.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
To get a degree. Oh, next comment. Sorry. Next comment. To get a degree I didn't need for a job I couldn't get.
Damn. Fair.
Damn. Ow.
That's you right now.
That was a zonk.
That's you right now.
What do you mean?
Like
He's got his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah. You getting a degree. Well, I mean, it's a degree you do want.
Mm-hmm.
For a job that you could get.
You could get one day. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah. For a while, it's going to be a piece of paper.
That's fine.
But he's making money.
It's fucked
That's
up.
true. You're making money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. That's a zonk, though, bro. It's really a zonk.
Yeah.
Well, it's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. All right. This next one is a little meme. It's a Simpsons meme, and it makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah, that shit's so funny where Bart's sitting there writing over and over again on the fucking wall.
Yep. Bart's just writing on the chalkboard. "I will not sign in the Garrison CSM's 19-year-old daughter as my guest in the barracks."
That's fucking brilliant.
Genius.
Yo, oh my fucking goodness, I've never thought about that.
Fucking
Yo,
genius.
I should have went active duty at least one time, bro. I'm asking questions today. This afternoon, I'm asking questions. I'm hitting up all the boys because that's funny as fuck. That takes my mind down a rabbit hole. That's crazy. Okay.
This next one is a story, and it's kind of lengthy.
Strap in, buddy.
So,
strap
buddy.
on.
Get stuck. Yeah.
Oh.
Get stuck, and I'm gonna strap in.
Nice.
As a brand new private at my unit, I ran a trauma lane for my NCOs. The trauma lane consisted of getting the dog shit smoked out of me for over an hour. Hill sprints, burpees, low crawls, Y squats, front leaning rest, more hill sprints, and so forth. In battle rattle with an aid bag to simulate combat stress, then carrying my simulated casualty for a few hundred meters. About every 50 meters, they'd say, okay, you're behind cover. And as soon as I started my assessment, they'd start whistling and saying, incoming. So I had to pick him up, and as soon as I started, and move again. Point being, the focus wasn't on the quality of the medical knowledge, it was on an initiation ritual. Anyway, when I finally got to start doing my treatments, I left the packaging for an alcohol pad I used to wipe my IV site on the ground where I was doing my casualty assessment. Once I finished, my team leader informed me that the enemy found the trash and found our location and killed us all. And I proceeded to get smoked again for the rest of the day. That night, I had to write a 1,000-word letter to my casualty's mother explaining why I had killed her son. I had to use 3 different colors and alternate the 3 colors every letter. I also had to number each line and write the total word count after each line, so also in alternating colors. The same team leader later turned out to be a good friend of mine and told me that the reason they went so hard on me is that I was the best private they'd gotten in a while, and that point, which I wished I'd known at the time because I felt like I was a completely worthless fuck up. In hindsight, it's pretty funny, but it wasn't that great in the moment.
Yeah, I had to find that shit out of basically. So that shit is homeboy ended up telling him that shit is very good. That shit fucked up. That shit is not okay.
We usually haze the best, the worst.
Yes, bro. That shit is fucking wild.
Like, if you're a shitbag, we probably won't really fuck with you because we just don't like you. But if we like you, we're gonna haze the absolute fuck.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, if we like you, we're gonna fuck with you. If we don't like you, we probably just don't talk to you at all.
Yeah, real shit. It's fucked up. We're like that.
You're just kind of out there. You exist.
You're in the ether, bro. You just.
If you see us fucking with somebody that came in at the same time as you, way more than we fuck with you, you should probably check yourself.
Yeah.
Respect.
I think it's funny as fuck. He had another baby cone story.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that sounded like my baby cone story, except for his is way worse. I feel way worse for him.
Yeah,
I got a fucking coin.
The alternating colors thing. I was like, damn, like, bro, that is savage.
I thought he was a Marine though.
I would fucking fuck.
No, this one was Army.
No, because alternating crayon. All right.
Oh yeah. He will know because then he'd fucking eat it afterwards. That's the problem.
No, that's why I thought it was for the supervisor. They would see it. It gives it more season. The colors of the
and he'd eat the paper afterwards.
Seasoned tree bark.
Yeah.
Papers. Okay. Also, I just got to get this out, yo. You said strap on earlier.
Yeah.
I imagine, and this is ADHD brain stuff. I'm not. This might be tism.
Okay.
I thought about a superhero like, whatchamacallit from the Fantastic Four, Human Torch. Mm-hmm. But his thing is strap on. And
you talking about his thing?
Like a dildo.
So wherever he's like, flame on, strap on, and just a giant dildo sprouts out of.
Yeah. He just go fight grab and shit.
With a giant dildo.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. All right. Next.
I always think of when Family Guy did that make fun of for Star Wars, and Herbert the Pervert was Obi-Wan.
No. Oh yeah, he was Obi-Wan. You're right. He was Obi-Wan.
And he does. He like Han Solo. I think it was Peter was Han Solo. Said something about, all right, everybody, strap in. And then Herbert the Pervert goes, did he say strap in or strap on?
Strap on.
That's every time I say strap on, I think of that line.
Strap on. I fucking despise Herbert too because like the whistle talking.
Fucking that shit kills me.
That shit is funny as fuck.
We got some popsicles in the cellar. You want some popsicles?
Grease. All right, what we got?
Get your fat ass back here.
Oh man, I was not ready for that.
Yeah. Yo, she would tee up on Chris ass is so funny. Hey, W, you did that shit. Spot on, brother. Spot on, brother. All right, what we got?
The next comment is not so much essays, but briefings. Sure. Fuck up, speak up, drive a forklift under a wing, safety brief. Shave with the grain and then back against the grain and get razor bumps, PFB briefing, and so on.
Oh, so I forgot about this. Okay, so it wasn't an essay. When I went over this in my mind, I was like, damn, I feel like I would have done an essay for that, but I didn't have to do one. So, part of me being in basic, like I said, a favorite at the time, super high speed and shit. The one thing I did, though, was the ND. I told y'all about that, right? I had an ND while I was in basic.
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember the story.
Okay, so I did do that. That happened.
That's wild.
Basically got swept under the rug.
They do that for the ones they like.
Yeah, literally. That shit got swept under the rug. I was surprised as fuck, y'all. I was like, oh my God. This is why I fuck with Morningstar so much. This is why, because he basically was like the big mover on making that call. Like, everybody else wanted to, but because he had been there so long up until that point, he was really the one that made the call.
Lucifer will do that for you, yeah.
Yes. This is so bad. But with that context. So. But fucking, yeah, so I didn't have to do an essay for it, but I did end up having to do a brief I had to, like, do a class in basic with 4 tenets of weapon safety. I had to fucking do that. Completely forgot about that.
They made you teach a class on weapons. That's
with weapons, and I had like 2 battle buddies that were my training aides.
Nice.
Yeah.
Must have been a good class.
Yeah, and I was nervous as fuck, y'all. I was nervous.
Hell, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Next one.
All right, next one. My E7 made me write a hypothetical 1,000-word essay / letter of apology to the parents of my roommate for getting him killed because I left an empty filing cabinet unlocked during basic training for an officer training program. That was pretty fucking dumb.
So leaving an empty filing cabinet unlocked gets your roommate killed?
I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe for the officers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
it was unlocked, we were able to pick it up and just smash your roommate in the head with this whole file.
That's why I thought the alcohol prep pad wrappers.
Oh yeah, that shit. They were able to pinpoint our location because you had left a piece of trash.
So I can get the reference, bro. But like in Avatar, the bitch who has like the damn. It's like an anteater looking.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. I was like, so you saying the enemy got one of them shits, just came up to the prep pad like, all right, they over here, bro. And just and fucking killed them, bro. Come on, bro. This is some bullshit, man. Some fucking bullshit, bro. Fucking lame, bro.
Wow. That's
this is ridiculous.
Them some dumb stories.
Our next comment is from the Singaporean Army.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. And it says, it's called a Form 1107 in the military I serve in. I had to write one for leaving my gas mask in the guard tower. Funniest part was the gas mask bag had a different guy's name, a first sergeant from who knows where, written on it. So my platoon sergeant sarcastically suggested to my platoon commander that they take this and call that first sergeant instead of me. He said, remember kids, don't leave your gas mask bags in a pile. Make it easy to forget which one's yours. Be like the lieutenant of another platoon who actually followed instruction and carried his everywhere, even when showering.
Damn.
I got a funny story off the record I can tell you about it.
Oh, okay.
That's related.
When I was deployed and we had to have the gas mask and they were like talking about how we're supposed to wear it everywhere. That bitch went into the bottom of my duffel bag and never saw the light of day. I just want you guys to know that.
Damn.
So if we'd have had a gas attack, I'd have been dead. I would have died.
Yes.
It would have took me at least 20 minutes to get to my gas mask. It was buried under fucking everything.
That should be funny, but you die and somebody try to give you a chance. That's funny.
They'd be like, "Where's your gas mask, bro?" I'd be like, I'd just point at the bag and they'd be like, "Damn, rip."
You'd just be like,
Rip Hunter. Yeah. Only ever got yelled at about it one time because they were like, "Where's your gas mask?" And I was like, "It's somewhere in my room." And they were like, "Somewhere in your room? What the hell, Sergeant?"
Hey, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm just gonna take that L. Like, I'll just fucking die. I'll be all right.
One of my old units, and like I got back from AIT, and then they deployed like probably 6 months after I got back. So somehow, some way, I didn't get to go with them. But when they were there, like whoever was in charge of their Connex, essentially, they put all of their gas masks in that Connex, and it got locked, and then got sent back to Texas.
Fuck.
And so they just didn't fucking have gas masks the whole time that they were in Iraq.
Boys,
Yeah, that's crazy.
motherfuckers been cooked.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they're just.
But I've also seen what Agent Orange does to people, so maybe it's better off just going ahead and letting it kill me.
Shit.
I read a poem about that shit.
A
Like,
poem?
yeah. There's a guy doing like poems and shit. He's talking, bro, and I'm talking about in vivid detail. These words painted a very detailed picture. The best picture of how it looks for somebody to die due to gas attack, like while they're already like, succumbing to injuries and shit. So it's wild. Crazy.
Yeah. That is wild.
Yeah. Yeah. World War II poet. W. Mets. Can't remember his name, but.
Well, that was probably more mustard gas.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. Same difference.
Adjacent.
Still killed people. All the same. Against some kind of laws of war.
Okay, this one's interesting.
Some sort of convention.
Yeah.
Coming to us from the Marine Corps. I had to write an essay explaining what a Toastmaster Club is because a DI said I had a lisp.
The number of people I thought about this now is not okay. Oh my fucking goodness. Take my strong.
all I think about is that in one enlistment I got.
Yeah, that was very high on that list. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
That's fucked. You fucked up.
Hey man.
Mm-hmm.
You fucked up. All right.
I'll never forget that I was like, when that dude was coming in, I was like, this guy's gonna be he's gonna be a good one, yeah. And then he comes in and he starts speaking, and you're just sitting in that couch right over there, and it's
I was fighting for my fucking life.
You damn near had to walk out the room.
I know I did walk out.
Yeah, only because we made eye contact. I looked at you like, fucking say something, because I was like, oh man, this guy's never gonna be able to jump. But you know what, that motherfucker got in.
Yeah, I thought he peeped game. He knew when I walked out. Was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you thought he knew, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That motherfucker got in the guard.
And he's an MP.
and he's an MP. He's a good kid. So, you know what? In that moment, I was like, damn, I wasted my fucking time meeting with this guy. So, you know what? I learned? I learned a lesson. Fuck it, send it.
Oh. Wow, I thought for sure this was a don't judge a book. All right, cool.
No, fuck it, send it.
Cool. Fuck it, send it.
Yeah.
It's not our job. Remember, it's not our job.
I don't disqualify people.
This next comment. I endangered the safety of our great nation by leaving my wall locker unlocked.
Yeah.
So bro had to write an essay because he left his wall locker unsecured.
I left my wall locker unsecured.
Great.
I'm telling you, bro.
They took my boots and tied them together and put them up over, like my spare pair of boots. It was my winter boots, I think. And put them up over the air vent. And then there was like 4 of us left our wall lockers unsecured. And they took like everything out of all of our wall lockers.
Oh, man. That shit happened to us and them boys went crazy.
Yeah, they took the shaving cream and they
like
used it to write on the mirrors in the bathroom. I don't remember what they wrote. Some bullshit about I will not leave my... And I'm talking about they used like fucking all of the shaving... I had like 3 bottles of shaving cream because I was like, I'm going to buy these 3 and I'm never going to need another bottle of shaving cream the whole time I'm here. And like the other dudes probably did like the same shit because I'm talking about there was like 6 or 7 bottles of shaving cream on the ground and they wrote out like a whole fucking note to us.
So they would do that with foot powder?
Yo, real quick. I had
No, they just punt kicked the foot powder and it just exploded whenever.
Yeah, we did that shit too.
Yeah.
That shit too.
Yeah, it looked like snow and that
Like that shit's funny now.
In that shit. Messages in that shit on the floor, bro.
That shit's funny now, but fuck, that shit was sucked.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We walked in that bitch devastated when they did that shit. You just saw all our faces, bro. We was hyped. It was a good day, and I'm talking about, bro. They didn't let us know shit, bro.
No, yeah, they say damn word.
Day. We was hyped, even.
Yeah, they were hyping us up. They were like, "Hell yeah, you guys did great today!" And then we go up in there, and they're just my drill sergeant's just standing there in the doorway with his arms folded and the shit-eating grin. Privates, I need this cleaned up before chow, and it's like 4:30, and chow's at 5. We're like, "Fuck!"
Bro, I'm talking about that shit was crazy, bro. These motherfuckers threw whole wall lockers. Like,
oh yeah, they turned them bitches upside. They literally picked one up and put it upside down.
Yeah. They had TP strung throughout the beds and shit. And yo, this shit was so funny, bro. One of my dogs, Hill, great fucking guy, but he's also a super passive guy, super chill, not highly outspoken, none of that shit, bro. Yo, this motherfucker came up there and they like trashed. This was one time where they would do individuals, like, not one of these big grand scale ones we talking about, but it's like if you left your wall locker open, they fucked that shit up in your living area, bro. They caught his ass, and this motherfucker just was up there, and I'm talking about hysterically, y'all, for like 5 minutes. Just, I swore I locked it. I swore I locked it. It was like getting kind of angry, bro. One of my homeboys just like, bro, he'll shut the fuck up, bro. You're not gonna do shit about it. So my brother, just put your shit up, bro. He just, no, I swore I locked it. Y'all, that was some of the funniest shit in my life, bro. Hysterically exclaiming that shit, bro. I swore I locked it. I swore.
We look basic training. We all reach a breaking point.
Yeah,
that's the goal, right? That was his fucking breaking point.
That was it.
That was his breaking point.
Oh my fucking goodness, man! Free my dog. Some of them locks was faulty though, because we were on and tested after he did that shit. Like you could just snatch a couple and this and that, just open.
Oh, our drill sergeant straight up cut some people's locks. Just like if there was like 5, like we had one day, like our bay got fucked up. Like that one was bad, but then there was like another day where like I'd say half the platoon just because the drill sergeants were like literally they would wait until we were starting to come downstairs and then they'd come over the intercom and they would change the uniform we were wearing and we have to run back up and change uniforms. And then we'd get halfway down and then they change it again. Yeah. And it was like getting wild. They were like, I need your left foot to have your shower shoe. Your right foot needs to be your boot. Yep. You need to have OCP bottom or, well, no, my bad. We were in ACUs back then. And you need to have ACU bottoms, PT shirt, winter coat, and your beanie. And like they were just doing like wild shit. And so like fucking half the platoon left their fucking wall lockers unsecured when we finally got ourselves situated. And then they gave us like 2 minutes to get in the right uniform and downstairs. Yeah, their wall lockers were like everywhere. They had picked up somebody's wall locker and put it on top of the bunk. Like it was like fucking wild work, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker's so childish, bro. That shit is funny as fuck, bro. Yo, I know that shit had to be so fun for they punk asses, bro.
I know, like, bro, I would walk up in there and I would just see it, and if I was a drill sergeant, I'd be like, bro. Like, and I see that shit on Instagram or whatever all the time where they'll be like, just found a wall locker unsecured, and he'll just like swing the door open and then smile.
And you just know how much fun they having, bro. Like they just fucking pinging ideas off of each other and shit. But like, nah, how dumb can we make this shit look, bro? That's funny as fuck, bro. Yeah. Shout out all the drills, man. We needed those times.
I'd probably get in too much trouble because I'd probably draw a dick with the chamber.
You definitely can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I definitely can't do that anymore.
I drew a dick.
I drew a dick.
I mean, that...
It had veins in it. Alright, what we got?
Next one we had was no essay. We kept eating the crayons.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Marines just get smoked. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you still.
And then next comment was number 1, being 13 minutes early to formation instead of 15 minutes early. And then number 2, not wearing a seatbelt to move my car from one spot to another spot like 6 spots over.
Oh, that's gay.
That's some bullshit.
Boy, if one of my platoon sergeants ever tried to fucking hoe me on some shit about moving my personal vehicle, bro, we'd have problems.
Yeah, we'd have problems. For sure.
I'd be like, motherfucker, let's talk about your drinking and driving. Let's talk about that before you talk. Because we know what the fuck you're like. Literally, you probably got a 6-pack in the back of your truck right now, and like on lunch, you're probably gonna go bust that bitch open. Let's go ahead and face facts.
Yo, you funny as fuck.
I was in the engineers, man. I know the game.
One of my now that you said that, one of my old platoon sergeants, he had a big ass truck that he always would drive to drill, and he lived like 3 hours away. And he came rolling up one time and like parked, and there was nowhere for him to park in the little actual parking area, and so we had to park down the street going because we were next to like a city park, and so we all had to park going down that. And he like pulled up, got out of his truck, and he's like, "Hunsaker, go park my truck." I'm like, okay, probably that's not. Got in his truck, pull around, get out. And there's like a fucking beer can that was like half full in the cup holder, and I'm like, nah, he wouldn't do that in my brain. And then like came back in, I was talking to somebody, and they like asked me why I was driving his truck, and I was like, oh, it was he just pulled up, was late for a meeting, and was like, go park my truck for me. And since I wasn't doing anything because first formation hadn't even fucking started yet, I just went and parked it. No big deal. And they're like, man, what's this truck like? And I was like, I don't know, but I think he might have a drinking problem, like as a joke, 100% joke.
Oh.
Little did I know that the person that I made that joke to made a comment about it later to somebody else, and apparently that NCO that I parked his truck had actually gotten in a car accident while driving drunk, and that's what fucked his face up, because he had tons of scars all over his face and shit. And I had no idea, and I had known this guy for 6 years. Like, I thought that he had those scars from, like, a deployment where he got, like, hit by an IED and some shit. Like, I had no idea. It was, like, when he was home and he was just, like, fucked up and decided to drive. And it wasn't even a car. It was, like, a freaking ATV. Like, just... And so I was like, man, like, damn.
Whoops.
Oh, my God. Lesson not learned.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and put that out.
Well, I don't know if he was actually drinking it, but,
I mean, if it's in your cup holder, that's already the.
Oh yeah, you're already like.
Well, you're right, Hunsaker. You know what? You're right. That could hold up in court. Okay, we didn't see his lips. There, but
So
he did get out with his coffee.
I
mean, I wonder what was in the coffee.
What was in the coffee? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's true.
My professor. Well, he was a teacher at the time. I was in high school, but he had taught a lot of college level math. That motherfucker used to come to our high school. That motherfucking coffee fucking cup loaded. I'm talking about, you could tell that bitch was loaded with some liquor. So, you never know.
To be fair, your high school, I probably would too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I ain't even mad at it.
Other fun fact, he was alive. He's like quarter black. Looked like a white man. Except what you saw when he was like had like a super black fro. Super black fro. And he had a little bit of the tan back then. It's crazy. So.
Interesting.
Fun facts.
So we're calling that a logic?
Yeah, because motherfucker look white.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's logic whole shit, bro. That's blood.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can say it. I can say it.
I got the card.
I got the card. Yeah, that's the whole fucking persona, bro. All right.
So last comment.
Comment.
Oh,
wow. Right.
Literally came in 1 minute ago.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
We don't do that in the Air Force.
What?
Damn, these motherfuckers above everything. I would think if anybody was doing that shit, it would be them. This is crazy.
First, we asked, "What's the dumbest reason you had to do push-ups?" And they were like, the PT test.
Yeah, literally.
And then now we asked, "What's the dumbest reason you got to write an essay?" I thought we'd be reaching out to the Air Force with that one. Nope, wrong answer. They don't do that either.
That is
fucking
crazy.
When you guys fuck up, what do they do?
Nothing.
Hey,
we have a talk.
You can't do that.
We have a talk.
You can't do that.
So what's going on?
Or do they just fucking counsel you? Like, is theirs just straight paperwork? Like, that's your only option?
Honestly, I think so. From what I know, I think so. And I think counseling takes a lot.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So, duly noted. I need to go be a fuck up in the Air Force.
Yes.
Got it. And
you
I'll still
be a fuck up.
I wouldn't. I'd be pretty happy for you.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd do enough to get
You
counseling.
might exceed. You might get the exceed block.
Hey, I'm highly qualified.
Highly qualified.
I'm highly qualified.
Oh shit!
I saw my NCOER. That bitch said highly qualified. All right, I saw it.
Yeah.
You've seen it too.
It's like KP coming in here telling me that he went like with his phone with Teams on it because I was like suggested that he be on the Cub on the drive home.
Yeah.
And KP like walked in because I'm like, can't you just get that on your phone? And he's like in the conference room, like sitting there listening. He's like, I could tell he did not want to be there. And he comes walking over and like opens the door and he's like got it on his phone. He's like, promote above peers. We'll see you later. He just like walked out. I was like, damn. Like, yeah.
Glad I could help you. My Teams came pre-installed on my phone. I don't.
Yeah. Same.
That's okay. He can just keep being the silver fox.
What does the fox say though? Promote above peers. I'm fucking weak. All right, what we got for closing remarks, buckos?
I don't know. The Tofu Ninja's not here to close it out. So
Damn.
what are we gonna do?
Wait, what?
What you gonna do when the Tofu Ninja come for you? What you gonna do?
I'm scared now.
Oh
What?
shit!
Oh wait, this is that.
Nah, he knows.
No, you know.
Yeah, he knows. Nickname for Silver Fox.
Oh yeah, the Tofu Ninja. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Bro, that's not where I was going. Like KP had already left my mind. My bad.
Oh shit!
I'm sitting here thinking of an actual Tofu Ninja. I was like, I don't know where we're going with this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you lost me. My bad. Like I don't know. Well, I think a ninja. I think of one thing, and it's not the right answer.
Kill him with vegetarianism.
Not even that, but all right. Well, damn.
Kill this motherfucker with clean protein.
Look, tofu's actually pretty gross.
Hey, hold on. Don't be saying that shit too loud, bro. Chill out. The ninja be lurking, bro. Chill out.
But
fucking pop out of your drawers.
Hey, man.
What the?
Anybody can pop out of my drawers right now. They're susceptible to that. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I feel like we had a little bit more fun with this than we usually do.
Yeah, I don't know where I got the giggles, but I got some giggles. I'll tell you that.
Bro, we started out fucking just being idiots. So we literally started out with this shit. So,
yeah, that probably was what triggered the giggles. You might be fucking right.
Maybe we should end it with like a little type thing. That's all, folks.